Okay. Meow.
Uh,
Oh
what did you forget?
no. Lily's if you look at Zoom, look at how Lily is.
Oh, I saw her sitting up there. Pet me, Daddy, pet me.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Right on the set. Zoom Room video sponsored by the BMC.
No.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. And this is Lunch, coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. Here are the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours on a little show called Lunch.
With us.
Yeah.
That's right. Welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Taco Tuesday, November 16th, 2021. Here inside and outside Shroud Avatar. We are just 2 days away from the next release, which is release 96, is it? Fish lunch. Fish.
Okay.
2 days. And some interesting stuff to talk about is, while I didn't actually get topics in here today, I will get them in just a moment. But
no, you're not going to do that.
Yeah, maybe.
Not do that.
Maybe
just because we're going to spend all day talking about one tweet.
Yeah, probably. That's what I figured. But we will get to that. We got a couple other interesting things to talk about. I'm guessing you still have yesterday's topics left over as well.
I still have all those tabs open.
And then here's another interesting one that I have queued up for today. So we'll get to this as well, hopefully. But yeah, today's Friday, right? That's right. Every day's Friday when you're retired, Winfield. At least every day feels like you're retired.
No, it's Taco Tuesday. Oh man.
Go get your tacos because,
Or
yeah,
the tacos.
this
Lady.
tweet is not only what he calls controversial. This is,
Well, are we bringing that up right now?
well, no better time than the present,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Because
As
again,
designed.
words matter. First off, yeah. Let's
Yeah.
even talk about that. But let's get into it. Should I just? Yeah, let's go ahead and just expand this right out because we're going to talk about this controversial tweet of the
Tweet of
day.
the day. Blocking lots and charging to unblock them is griefing and has to stop. Some of the best lots in the game have been unused for years due to RMT sellers squatting on them.
Okay. So now we have two different topics here because that's what I understand, even though he seems to have combined them into one.
Yes.
But I don't understand the concept of blocking lots the way that I see it discussed here, which is
that's where we have to expand.
Yeah, I've already expanded on that.
Okay, so let's scroll all. Let's see, this is where Twitter being stupid, not sorting things chronologically becomes a royal pain in the ass.
We want to go. Yeah, what I see next is Malhari's.
Malhari's post is first with the glad you got the lots to go to storage instead of being broke down to the bank.
But that's it. Well, you missed. It's a tricky issue. First off,
this is a tricky issue.
Yeah.
But but what's that a reply to? Because that's not related to the actual tweet.
Well, it is. But again, let's talk blocking of lots and charging to unblock them. This griefing has to stop. Let's just take that as itself.
So 1 hour ago, VidCam Voyeur came back with players can do what they want within the mechanics set by the game. What would have been nice is if the default unclaimed lot decorations could stay instead of flat empty space. Chris responded with repeatedly killing quest NPCs to block new players from progressing is within the mechanics of the game. How many quest NPCs can you kill?
Several.
I mean, just a couple, right?
Yeah, but the next one makes absolutely no sense to me.
Parking large pets on other people's vendors to block access is within the mechanics of the game. Things within the mechanics of the game can be griefing and not allowed.
So how do I park my pet on somebody else's lot when I don't have permissions? Yeah, Tina, I know this has got us totally dumbfounded as to what the hell he's talking about because that is not within the mechanics of the game.
And then we go back to controversial tweet of the day: blocking lots and charging to unblock them is griefing and has to stop. Okay, so
yeah, how do I block a lot and charge to unblock it? That's first off. Yeah,
you know an easy solution to say if you had a large summon drag, or actually is our favorite person with a horse on the lot? No, they're not. What's the largest pet that you have, Laz?
Largest pet that I have? Well, actually, the largest NPC that I have is an NPC dragon. Yeah, well, that would.
Well, summon that pet, that dragon.
I don't think I can. I don't think it's a summonable. It's a placeable conversationalist, and there's no room on this lot to even do that. First off. But. Again, going back to what he says, parking large pets on other people's vendors. Now, see, I have access to this lot, so technically I could park, and let's just see. Let me go pull let me just pull my horse for that. I just, I don't get it.
There's an easy solution for that. Do you want to know what it's called?
Dan.
Collision.
All right, first off, let's see. If I can't even get on top of that, but let me go ahead and dismount this horse.
Well, you're probably not
And
able
when
to
I
get onto it because of the sign.
When I dismount the horse goes away, so that's not possible. So let's go ahead and
let me move the sign out of the way.
no, leave the sign there. That's fine. That shouldn't make a difference. Let me just look at pets then. Let's look at pets because this just makes absolutely no sense.
If you enable collision, that would not be possible. Because for pets and NPCs, only one can occupy a space at a time.
Well, that would be,
and Laz, you've got a request to show us the screen and not the tweet. Oh,
I'm showing the
really?
screen. I don't know what they're talking about.
I don't know.
Maybe
Lily's really trying to help me out today with
But you know what? I don't have. Yeah, I know. It took me a second.
Do you have a polar bear mutilator?
I don't have actually. That would be over here. Let me pull a pet out of here. I know I got some pets.
Okay.
All my pets are in storage. Let's see. Giveaway pets is one of these. There we go.
Well, pet.
So let's see. Orange tabby, small red. Let's try the small red spider.
No, well, we want something larger.
Well, then I have to go over to the bank. So just hang on a second. I got to go over to my pet storage.
Okay.
I believe my pets are my pets in the bank or my pets.
I don't know.
We will find out in just a moment.
No,
but pets are not there.
I am not a tamer, so I don't have pets. So yeah, but this is so if he's talking about the game design and say blocking player access to a vendor, how many times has this actually happened in game? How much griefing really happens in Shroud of the Avatar? Not a whole fucking lot. Okay.
And let's see, what else is a big pet? Ferocious red, a wyvern, a dragon. Okay, let's try Snowball. We'll try him. And we'll try a ferocious red, which will probably be big enough. So let's go ahead and try these.
I want your largest pet.
Well, again, this is going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, you get that?
But again, I have access to your lot, so I should be able to. Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is stupid game mechanic 101, where collision, if it was enabled, would prevent any of this from ever happening.
A giant butterfly, not it. That's not big enough. So let's go for Snowball.
Vendor Wars?
But this is a pet that I would actually have to actually summon, which again, let's just see. I'll put that taming necklace on, and I will summon him.
Yeah, they need a mule with a pet to block a vendor to stand there all day AFK.
That's not it.
All right.
God, it's been so long since I've actually summoned a pet this way. I have to go into my taming and tame, summon. Here we go.
Okay,
Okay,
so you got
so
Snowball. See if you can get Snowball on top of that vendor. Dun, 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 dun.
no, because there seems to be collision.
Okay. So how are people blocking access to a vendor?
Let's try this other vendor. And then there's the problem of my pet won't come onto the lot unless he's summoned, which let's go ahead and try that.
Well, maybe you have to stand on top of the vendor and then summon your pet.
Like that.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Teleport. Yeah, no, that ain't happening.
Yeah,
And I'm literally standing on top of the vendor.
I'm aware of that. So am I.
Okay. So, yeah. So
But
that,
hey, we can still access the vendor.
yeah. So I don't,
So Tina
yeah.
is like, Chris is full of shit.
Yeah, well, that's half of what's got us really
Perplexed.
yeah, perplexed with this, because first off, even with access to this lot, let's go across the street to somebody's lot who I don't have access to, who's got some
Yeah.
vendors outside. I mean, I shouldn't be able to even, remotely. Let's see if I can bring my pet over here.
Lily, why are you helping me push buttons?
Again, I'm going to try and get as close to the vendor as possible.
Okay. Well,
Go up on the stairs. Try and jump. His leaves are in the way.
oh no. I can still access the vendor. Oh no.
Yeah, it's just not possible. I mean, unless somebody's found some way to do something that's just not, But
Or maybe
yeah,
it's already been fixed and he was just using as an example.
Well,
we would
there
have
wasn't
we would have
a
seen we would
patch.
have seen a patch first off, which we haven't seen.
He didn't
Second
say
off,
that it was a recent issue. He used it as an example within
But
the house thing. So why aren't you
I
talking
don't
about the
know if
house thing?
there's multiple issues he's talking about in this controversial tweet of the day that are very, very confusing.
Which
and
I
then
still don't understand how they squat the houses to sell other people's shit anyway.
They can't squat houses. They are all active players.
and yeah, the catch is the game
But
mechanic
Somebody in
that
there
says
posted a
we'll get
list
to
to a
that.
spreadsheet.
Huh?
Somebody in there posted a list to a spreadsheet saying it doesn't
So?
include anything, just the location.
Yeah, but
I don't understand.
We'll get to that momentarily.
We're too busy bitching about.
Hey, we're trying to figure out this thing.
we're trying to figure out what the heck he's talking about, because as Tina said, he doesn't know what he's talking about because it's not possible. And
Yes.
even if it was possible, something that Jack has been, bitching about is collision. Collision would solve the problem. But apparently we have collision here. It's not possible to put a pet on top of somebody's vendor that we're able to reproduce. So we call BS. Very simple. He doesn't get it.
And then like the fact of repeatedly killing quest NPCs to block new players from progressing is within the mechanics of the game. Majority of those NPCs aren't killable, and then they respawn if they are killable.
They used to be, because one of Temmie's quests is bugged because somebody killed the NPC while he was talking to it.
Well, let's go
hilarious.
See. Yeah, let's go see. Let's go see.
But this has been going on for a year, and he won't put in a bug report. So
let's go see if we can kill a questie down here. Let's go see if we can kill Myra.
I don't think you can anymore. That's how long he's been.
Well, then he shouldn't be talking about it if it's something that can't be done. If it can't be done, then it shouldn't be an issue. But he says it's an issue. So either it's an issue that can still be done.
It was an issue. Talk about the current issue, not the bullshit that was probably fixed years ago.
Well, repeatedly killing Quest NPCs. He just said it an hour ago. So if it's an hour ago's post, apparently he believes it can still be done. That's the only thing that I can say to that point.
Well, the problem with that is we can't attack NPCs in town.
Interesting. Why not? We used to be able to.
That was way before persistence and release, because all the NPCs in Owl's Head were dead at one point in time.
Yeah.
So they never fixed, and you would be able to have your pet kill them as well.
That's what I was trying, but that's not happening either.
Yeah, and
I'll
I
see.
just lost
Ophelia, you killed poor Ophelia, and you killed all the poor chickens, most of the chickens.
Who's Ophelia?
The cow behind you. Don't you know Ophelia?
I don't have a name for that. I just have cow corpse.
Originally the only cow in the game.
Yeah. The one with pleather skin? Yes.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
So again, we don't bring this up because we just find something, that we want to talk about that's pissing us off. We bring this up because this is something he brought up that he says is possible. And, for the most part, where would I find a questie that's not in the town? That would be my next question.
We'd probably have to go to one of the starter zones and try killing every single NPC there.
Let's try Highvale Outskirts.
Okay. Well, do you want to party me?
Sure.
Okay, and then teleport to Highvale Outskirts, and I'll just
let's go. Let's go try that.
Yeah. Do I even have Highvale as a zone? No.
Well, if not, you will now.
I will momentarily.
So rare time that Laz and Jack actually leave the lot to go check something out, folks.
Yeah, and I have to wait for Laz to load into the scene to click follow.
Tina says Tanglemeyer.
Tier 10.
Stymie, that's a whole other ball of wax, and we'll get to that here in a few minutes.
Notice in these thread, he's not really addressing that.
Yeah. Well, you can't address a mechanic when you gave somebody like Jack and I up a year of lot time that we can go ahead and okay. So let's just talk about this guy.
Okay, so let's go see if we can find some NPCs that are quest NPCs and kill them. And that is not an exploit, and that is not a blocker. Okay, so this Highvale. Let's see. Any of these guys can I kill?
We're gonna find out.
Nope.
Let's try. I have the wrong deck for this to be.
I'm trying to kill them.
Yeah, hang on. Let's try something.
It doesn't matter what deck you're using.
Well, it does if I'm doing something that would be an AOE like Meteor Shower that might be able to kill them.
Well, I'm trying to tab target them, and I can't even do that. And I'm using fist spells in their face.
Right.
I can't even kill the Watcher.
Now the guards should be killable because you can actually drag these guards out into an area.
See, I can't even. I've got the Watcher targeted, and I cannot kill it.
Yeah, he comes up as a chat conversation.
But let's get back to the tweeter. Oh wait, I didn't even display any of that. My feeble attempts to.
And that you're yelling at me to change it. Yeah, right.
Hey, that time it was me that didn't change it. but no one said anything that I saw because mostly I wasn't looking. Still have Twitter up. Yeah, I can't even kill the Watcher wherever it went.
And Conda says to Mom, I don't know if she's reading chat, is if the NPC isn't killable anymore, then that's good, which is true. But again,
He was responding to me.
Yeah, that's why I said it. He's saying he's talking to Mom. I know that. I said that.
Well, no, but I had said something, and he was like, "Oh, that's good. Go on with your meaningless bitch."
Going back to the lot and bringing Tweeterverse back up. And
there's a reply to that. So if you want to bring that up from VidCam
I guess my
Lawyer.
point is these are the mechanics of your design and control. Non-kill NPCs, control shift to show name tags would fix the above if you so choose. I think the real question is, hey, we let this happen. Now what? Instead of pushing it on the players as somehow griefing. Yeah, I couldn't kill it. We couldn't kill an NPC.
Not to save our lives.
Yeah. Then let me know when you're back and we can go to what was
I'm on the Tweeterverse.
2 hours ago. 2 hours ago by, and why can't I sit down? Jay, some of the best in-game lots are just plain idle and have been for years. They log in just to refresh them and don't actually play, but you're talking about extending the time until lots expire. So what? They paid for the pledge. Housing's supposed to be extremely rare. And how many POTs are out there? And what makes a lot better than others?
Yeah, well, again,
I mean, like this lot in Owl's Head really doesn't get much traffic. Location means nothing when there's teleport scrolls.
That's always been my contention since we added those.
And so there is no location when there's teleport scrolls, and you can enter a scene from multiple locations. So it's like, hey, like in one of those adventure scenes, like I claimed a lot right by like the main path, and then it's like still never had anything.
Well, again, let's examine this. The time until expire was a temporary fix until this Thursday's release. The real fix goes live, which is sending expired houses to the Magic Movers. So yesterday we covered the fact that I bugged the report that they know of. They extended rent to 60 days so that people didn't have that short period of time on rent. Why they did that? Because this would actually fix the problem of people having to log in on a regular basis to refresh their lots.
Is he going to change it back to 14 days?
Probably not. I mean, he just changed it, last month? Wasn't it last month? Maybe the month before? It's
like, what's the point of changing it to that 14 days to 60 then?
Yeah. Again, is it really, and let's see the replies on that.
Yeah. Then after that, Z's like, this makes me happy. I'm patching QA to test this. It will finally make me feel better about evictions, especially to homes that people spent a lot of time working on the deco. Why would you feel sorry about evicting someone?
Well, the only time you would feel, well, first off, again, in a player-owned town, why would you want to evict somebody, unless you're being a dick, personally? And the golden rule here in Shroud of the Avatar is D-bad, don't be a dick. So why? Yeah, indeed, the golden mile. What's that?
Yeah, that's the houses right at the beginning of Owl's Head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about those houses because you know what? I haven't been down here, and God knows how long. I think it's been a couple of weeks to get down here. I got to change back to my work clothes.
Got to run all the way back.
Now, let's talk about some of these lots, like Aso Wonder, okay, who's got that golden house up front here.
Are you running all the way to the? You're way back there.
I'm way back here because I'm slow.
Double tap W to sprint. Stupidest game mechanic ever.
Let's talk about this golden mile here because I can tell you that these two corner lots right here have been here forever, and I know for a fact that this homes trader, let's see the last time this homes trader, 2017 is when all these homes were listed, and I guess it helps if I get here. 2017, it's been 4 years since this vendor has anything updated on it, for crying out loud, but you know, it's a game mechanic. Let's see.
Where are you at?
I'm at this corner lot right here at
you're all the way
Ashmall.
still at the gate. You're not at the golden mile yet.
And Ashmall still got 103 days left on this lot, but he hasn't posted anything on that vendor in 4 years. 4 years.
Whatever.
Yeah, well, again, yeah, he paid his money.
One, yeah, I mean, he backed the game for over $5,000.
Oh, he backed the game for a whole lot more than that. That's just one account he's got, same like us.
Well, I'm aware of that. I know Ashmall spent a crap ton of money on this game.
Old Winfield is in for probably 3 or 4 times the amount we're in for. That's for sure. With his Lord of the Manor originally. Let's talk about this first mile house. Let's see, which is this one right here. This is Aso Wonder. And this isn't even ASO anymore, but this has been refreshed. It's got 347 days on the lot. Yeah. And, you know, let's see if ASO's still got all his stuff on here. December 17th, 2017, sorry, is a lot of this stuff that's there. Yeah. ASO still got stuff from 2020 on that.
All good, man.
Yeah, well, again, but, you know, you want to talk about squatting on lots. I haven't seen ASO under in game in God knows how long. The EVL vendor, let's see. 311 days. I haven't seen Onyx in game in God knows how long, but he's got almost a year on his lot here.
Hey, it's all good. And remember that means that he has not been in game in 30 days. Because of his pledge.
Let's look at that. Hold on, because we can pull up the friends list and look up Onyx. Especially now that we have a search.
I am not a friend with Onyx.
Really?
That is correct.
He was last online 10/28, so you were absolutely right.
Yeah.
He's been online within the last month.
Yeah, I mean, but that's all based off of pledge levels. So it's like when you're talking about like people that pledged heavily into the game.
How about this lot?
We had the concept known as the land rush based off of your backing of the game to claim key lots.
Now here's a good one. Here's a good one because there's a big sign. Lot for sale. Matter of fact, there's two big lots here, and both of them have Candor Atlantica's got 238 days on this one.
35,000 Kodos. Okay.
Oh, is there a note there?
Yeah, it's a note on the board.
Yeah, there is. It's there. I didn't go up that close to look.
Yeah.
But again, so what is the bitch here?
Yes,
He
it
got
is.
here for
That is.
he got here for the land rush. He claimed it in time to get a prime spot, or he bought it off somebody else, like I've done. I have a secondary lot here that I just bought earlier this year in Owl's Head, and do I use it much? No. Do you all even know that I've got it? Probably not, but it's here. I'm right behind, and let's take a little detour here, and we'll show you. All these lots over here, I don't think I've seen anybody to come down. Again, I don't ever come down here. But like this lot here has been, unused for God knows how long, even though it's decorated. Let's talk about the row homes that nobody ever comes to see.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it is one where it's like that. This all goes to server population. People would be playing the game and updating things. Hey, you own this lot?
And then this is my highly used lot. You can see it's really well decorated.
I'm gonna file a complaint about this guy having an empty lot.
Not empty. I got a house and vendor, and Jack the Lamplighter is patrolling.
Yeah, but it is stupid to sit there and these lots all expire based off of pledges or taxes. The
That's
maximum amount of taxes that you can prepay on a lot is 60 days.
Excuse me. That's
You
not true.
cannot
180 days.
180 days? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You can prepay 180 days of taxes, or if you have a tax-free lot, it is based off of your pledge level.
Yeah.
Which means if you have like a Duke, you're at like 359 days. If you have a Lord of the Manor, you're a little over a year between logins. If you do not have a pledge, it might even be
And
45
CC says
days.
CC corrects me and says it's 240 now, so you can actually pay.
Oh,
Or is that including the new 60 days? The 60 days doesn't count, CC. It's how much rent you can pay on top of that 60 days. So
yeah, hold on.
that's with
Add
the
tax.
60 days. Okay, exactly. Yeah. Yeah,
So-
you can
so-
prepay 180, but now you get that 60-day grace period that was just added in.
Okay, so if Chris wants people to really log in and expire a bunch of lots, one, he can't change the pledges as far as those lot expirations.
Again, you're SOL when it comes to that, because you would have mutiny on your hand, and a lot of people. I think you'd have a class action lawsuit. You promised this, it was that way, and you changed it. You'd have a shit ton of people going. You reneged on your promises, dudes.
So, do we think it's insane that some accounts have over a year to log in before property will fall?
No, not at all. That's why I pledged that high. One of the reasons. The other was to get my custom-made Duke head that we never got, that was reneged on, but that's another story. That was the real reason.
Yes, it is. It was bad design, but the intention was that players were going to be playing for years. Remember, we are several years post-release, but it's not really that bad of a decision because, hey, it's. I think that they should have actually like the maximum amount of time should have been like 2 months for that lot to fall, based off of that pledge level. Whereas you go back to the old rule of, hey, you need to log in at least once a week to keep your house standing.
And CC says I'm a bad player. I flip lots. And yeah, CC is a prime example of somebody who buys and sells lots, makes a profit off of it. But CC has a knack for that kind of business. And of course, always glad to see CC back in the game.
Do I report content on Laz to troll him? No, I do not. I have never used that. I mean, it's silly. And we both forgot to show the game when we did all of that crap.
And Timmy says it was Phineas Drumpelmouth at Blood River Massacre was killed while he was in a conversation and broke his quest.
And how many years ago was that?
And he was made not killable a long time ago, but his quest is still broke.
You know what? That was years ago. But Chris is still bringing that up, that you can do that. Then there's another issue. So pretend that this is actually related to our what I'm going to refer to as shit network code, where Laz, where is your polar bear right now on your screen?
He's over off to the side of your lot because he can't get on the lot.
He is right here?
Yes.
Okay. Has there been any bugs in the network code where sometimes a player that is, say, sitting in this couch is sitting back here?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So that
we show that about once a month.
We show it about like once every couple of days. But that is related to shit network code, where the location of the pets are, as well as where the other players are.
See, again, I can't see him claiming that I could, sit my pet on somebody else's lot, especially when you don't have permission. First off,
this is where it comes to shit network code. You could potentially have, on my screen, say the pet is over here, but on someone else's screen, it's right on top of a vendor, preventing that person from accessing that vendor.
But
there could also be shit network code interfering with the drawing of player locations and NPC.
But he's talking about this being intentional. So how intentionally could you take advantage of that code to do that? You know what I'm saying? We don't have any control over that when it happens.
Yeah, and it is all collision, man. Collision and fix the network code, and hey, you don't have that issue.
Well, Shot Glass, very, very simply, all I have to do is right click and teleport, and he'll be right there next to me. But that's part of what I'm talking about. Even though I have permissions on this lot, I couldn't even, if I tried, place it right on top of the vendor, because there is collision happening here that even I can't. I collide with the vendor, so my pet would collide with the vendor. So it's pretty much damn impossible to block the vendor with the pet. Even if we surrounded it, I could still always take an aerial view and click on the vendor and have access to the vendor. So again, I call BS on that because I just don't see it. That's the main point. He brings up something that he claims is possible, but unless he can show, and you're trying to collide, and you're colliding with that vendor. You couldn't get your wolf to sit on top of that vendor if you tried. You could spend the next 3 weeks trying to do that, brother.
Yeah, but it's like shit network code. Enable collision on everything. Problem solved. Then, as far as the RMT squatters, go for it. There are plenty of opportunities for other houses in the game.
Yeah, well, first off, when you decide to make episode 2 at 0, the Big Donut, NPC towns accessible for housing where people would probably want to go reside, that's again on you. Again, Sultan, Owl's Head, those places filled up early, and we paid our money for our choices. We got our prime lot space, and that's why we did it. Otherwise, what was the sense? If I knew I was going to lose my lot or I had to do something, I probably would have left a long time ago, and so would many of other people if they had to contend with that kind of craziness. Now, yeah, Candace, that would be the real kicker, is just kick everybody else out of NPC towns and be done with it, and then you can deal with it in POTs, and there's your solution. Now you have no more problems, but then you're going to have all these empty.
Well, then that's where what happens if the governor quits or the governor
Well,
does something and sells or whatever. You're beholden to that governor um, to be an active player. There's all kinds of problems. So there needs to be in housing in NPC towns, but the solution there would be don't do the towns as not quest related. In that way, it's like, okay, quest related towns are no housing for players, but there's other towns available. But you have to offer all of these services that would be available. Otherwise, you can't get people to move into them. It's like, look at the player populations in all of those clones of what's that NPC town where there's like no vendors? There's just a bank.
oh, I don't know. I can think of several. As a matter of fact, I mean, well, not that they have no vendors, but oh, you mean like no
no.
NPC vendors?
Yeah,
Like
no NPC vendors.
game NPC, not player
Yes,
NPCs.
yes. Yeah, player
Geez.
run towns should be this. Yes, player run towns, which are different than POTs, would be static in-game towns that are player run. I can't remember the first player run town in the game. I think it included Vale in it.
Yeah, that was Valemark.
Valemark, yes.
That was Valemark.
But include some NPCs in there as far as vendors and a little downtown area, but the rest of it is all player run. Nobody used player run towns because majority of them only had a bank. And so if you wanted to sell your crap, you had to go to a different town.
You had to go to an Owl's Head, an Adoris, a Sultan, all that.
And the other thing also related to the removal of multiple player run towns is related to server population. If you don't have a server population, why all these empty towns? Which goes back to, where's the advertising? If you don't advertise, how do you recruit players?
So anyway, let's go ahead and go down to the Mad Chef.
The Mad Chef. Do you want to talk about Sultan has been the victim of this issue for years. New players enter the game and first experience with property are RTM squatters. So they paid for it. They got there, they claimed it.
And not actually quite true, because we're going to get down. There's only a couple properties that have been like that in Sultan. Most of them are actually occupied and in use.
Yes, most of them, yes.
There's one property in particular, and it's way to hell in the back, that's been for sale forever, and nobody's going to be able to sell it because nobody wants it. D of Silverdale.
Which one with the...
the question is how to fix.
How to fix. NPC towns are not governed, so nobody is getting evicted or for being stale, and with 1 year tax-free deeds, which are usually used to hold these spots, they can sit there forever like a lot of them do.
Amen,
in order to
brother.
have 1 year tax-free, you have to have a Duke Plus account.
Well, Duke or Lord of the Manor. Duke will,
Yeah, Duke plus.
Duke gives you what, 6 days shy of a year, so I call
Yeah.
that a year. So
Yeah.
Duke and up have about a year on them.
Um, hey, there are 300 Dukes in the game, but that means that all of those Dukes that have claimed those lots that are expiring in a year, what are they doing? They're logging into the game, or else we are over 3 years post launch, which means they've logged in at least 3 times.
Yeah, once a year.
Yes. And then this behavior, while inappropriate and borderline griefing, isn't to the point it would be justified to ban. I do think limiting how far you can prepay a lot in an NPC town might help. Possibly also have a cap on NPC town lots owned.
Ooh.
You can only own 3 lots in NPC towns.
Yeah, until we rescinded that rule because nobody was abiding by the rule anyway. So,
well, you can have an unlimited number of lots anyway. So,
well, you can have an unlimited number in NPC towns now too. That was rescinded months ago.
What I meant was accounts.
well, yeah. Well, again, nobody was paying attention to it because people were just creating new accounts. Yeah, and transferring deeds over. I was guilty of that to take up.
And it's not inappropriate, nor is it griefing. And I agree wholeheartedly with
Absolutely,
you.
Tina. Yes. I agree with that. If I can find a lot in the town and I've got the tax-free deed to claim it and I want to put vendors on it, I should be perfectly free to do that because, that's what the game is. And
you get free deeds anyway. So it's like, yeah. And then Thomas Branch is like, yeah, here's a spreadsheet of the lots that RMTers have a bounty on.
Yes, that's what I wanted to get to next.
Why? It's a useless spreadsheet.
Well, just to show you how many lots are actually somebody's taken the time to figure out and go out to all these places where lots are for sale. And apparently here in Howell's Head, he's got a town, a keep, and a castle lot, but apparently he doesn't have those 2 other village lots that are sitting there that are,
when's the last time this was actually updated?
With 300 bits, I have no idea.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, shroudmarketplace.com. You can put
shroudmarketplace.com, that's right.
There's a spot for it.
But here he even has the owners listed, so you can see who the offenders are if you want to. Yeah. Oh no.
But you know what? Next there are going to be complaints about people selling their accounts.
You mean something that Portalaria actually used to help
encourage,
encourage and help make the transfer? Yeah. You mean that selling of accounts?
Yeah. And it's like you already had everything in place.
Those all RMT. There's dollar signs on all of those, Tina, just so you can see. That's all RMT, real cash money. No Kodos listed there, or somebody did a Kodo equivalent. Let's just see. Yeah, no, it's all listed for cash again. Don't know how old this spreadsheet actually is. I don't think there's a way to find that out.
One of the lots across the street from us sold for what, $1,100?
Which one? This one right here?
One of them. I'm not saying which.
Well, the one across from me was given away, actually. I would have made an offer on it had I known the original owner was going to give it to his buddy. But again, he gave it to his buddy, so I can't argue with that, Yeah. And it sat there for how long undecorated before that lot back there finally got decorated, which is really cool now.
But there are some lots in Owl's Head that sold for cash. But it's one where it's like, this is not griefing. It is really not an issue. And the griefing that Chris is complaining about is
Doesn't
also
exist.
not an issue.
Although you got yourself a copy of the Indie Mixtape, $9.99 on Steam.
And if Chris
you.
is going to make the comment, some of the best slots in the game have been unused for years due to RMT sellers squatting on them, they have been logging into your game. Otherwise, you cannot have a property completely vacant for 3 years.
Well, that's one. Again, two, they paid for it.
Yes.
3, it's game mechanics. 4, you just extended rent yourself so that lots won't expire any faster. So who's to blame for
an
this?
additional 60 days. So whose fault is all of these things?
Now, again, I reported that bug yesterday, and it's a bug that they are well aware of, apparently, with the rent. So we have to pull that one back up.
Yes. Verified by Justin and Chris is aware. And Econdis also verified.
Yes, absolutely. So, I mean, it's just one of them things that, you know. Well, Tino, where does the buck stop? Yeah, it stops with the developer, right?
The person, the tech lord, the one that designed and implemented these systems? Maybe?
Who'd have thunk?
Who's the one that was responsible for the design of these systems? Wasn't me.
But again, we're going to revisit this topic. Blocking lots and charging to unblock them is griefing and has to stop. This means that it's actively ongoing. And if somebody knows how to block a lot, I would just like to know, just for informational and educational purposes, to find out. So if anybody knows the answer to this question,
do that? Yeah.
How do you do that? Please enlighten us. You know, inquiring minds would like to know. As to some of the best slots in games have been unused due to for years due to RMT. There is no such thing as the best slot in the game. The invention of teleport to zone, teleport to friend scrolls threw that out. And I've always told people, if you want to live in my towns out on the West Coast, it doesn't matter that it's not near central Brittany. A teleport to zone scroll will get you right across the continent in a heartbeat.
Faster than walking.
Faster than walking, faster than a moon gate, faster than anything else, and it really doesn't matter where your lot is. And a recall scroll will take you directly back to your house or wherever it is you want it to take you. So
yeah, and I'm getting a work call, and I don't know why.
So go answer that real quick as we get ready to wrap up today's show. Excuse me. So best game in the lot, there is no such thing. Right now, if you had to ask me and Jack, best game in the lot is the lot that we are sitting on, because it is right across the street from the bank and right across the street from the inn and the bar, and that's probably the best spot that you can have. We got a pub sitting right there, which, of course, pubs go totally unused because, you know, they're just, you know, I don't even think I've used an NPC in this place in forever. We've got a handful of really cool NPCs out here, and we've got the bank right there, and of course we got everybody's favorite junk seller right over here, good old Theo. But if you want to talk about the best slot in the game, we think we've got it. But you know what? It really doesn't make a difference because teleport to zone scrolls throw all that right out the window. Again, did we put some thought into this? Yeah, we were going to take some other lots someplace else until we were actually going to take the lots sitting over on the side there where that hot air balloon is. And when we realized how the proximity was to the bank here and just, you know, nice secluded location where we wouldn't really be bothered, we decided to take these lots back here. And again, we had early picks, but we paid for that privilege. as did the other guys who have the high level pledges that got those. They bought multiple accounts to get multiple tax-free deeds. They paid for the privilege. You guys wanted money. We gave you all the money that you all asked for. So, quit bitching. I don't know. Is lesson learned? I don't know what more to say about that, but I don't believe either of those statements is really anything else. And then last note of the day, let's just go ahead and get it out of there before I get to that. Less controversial tweet: if you dodge, block, parry some attack, the sub effect shouldn't hit you. This works with some skills like Fireball, but not others. Trying to correct this in the other skills. That's the end of the Tweetiverse for today. Of course, you've been tuned in to Lunch with Laz and Jack right here on NBNN.info, twitch.tv/Genesis, twitch.tv/NBNN News. Catching us in replays on YouTube, on Twitch, on WRFB Radio Free Britannia. We do appreciate it because it's viewers like you that have kept us here all this time. Nom, nom, nom. Thank you for my Doritos. I know I missed it the last one. BMC wants you to become a member. If you're a crazy, like-minded miner type, go to bmcguild.com/join. Fill out an application and somebody will be with you to talk to you about your membership. WRFB Radio Free Britannia, bringing the latest news and entertainment 24/7 around the clock, including us at 12s and 6s Mondays through Fridays if you missed us live at 12 noon. Shroudmusic.com to get your hands on some ABC files. Put in your collection. I got a crap load out there, a metric shit ton. And of course, shroudmarketplace.com, the place to go buy or sell everything and anything Shroud of the Avatar related here in game. So head on out. I'm going to go ahead and pull out my giveaway. Jack's going to pull his giveaway if he hasn't already done so. Stymie won. Congratulations, Stymie, on his side. I'm going to close out the giveaway on this side and pick a winner. And Jack is out of here, so I'm going to go ahead and just close down Zoom because he's on a call. Say goodbye, Jack. Bye-bye. He's already out. Okay. All right. And Spawn for Egg, congratulations. You are the winner. Let's see what you've got yourself a copy of. We're going to go ahead and pull a game key for you, and you've got yourself a copy of Demon Hunter 5 Ascendance. Demon Hunter 5 Ascendance on Steam. And that is $14.99. Congratulations, Spawn for Egg. And of course, thank you all for joining us again. We'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz. Jack had to run, take care of a work call. And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.